The Force of Revelation, Bṛhaspati, Unlocking the Sound of the Cosmos, Mantra, Intelligence, Divine Wisdom. YouTube channel, Professor Diaries. Section 1, The Cosmic Context, the primordial sound before creation. Long before the first star blinked into existence, before the atoms spun and galaxies spiraled, there was only silence. But not an empty silence, it was potential. A boundless ocean of still energy, waiting to take form. From this silence emerged a ripple, a vibration, a frequency, and with it, the first sound. The ancient seers called it Nada, the unstruck sound, the eternal hum that set the universe into motion. That sound wasn't just a cosmic background noise, it was intelligent. It carried the blueprint of creation, just as DNA carries the design for life. It was this sacred vibration that shaped matter, gave rhythm to time, and infused awareness into the void. And at the center of this mystery stands a divine figure, Bṛhaspati, also known as Bṛhaspati, the revealer of sacred sound, the divine teacher of truth, the force that unlocks wisdom through vibration, speech, and mantra. He was not merely worshipped, he was invoked at the beginning of nearly every Vedic hymn. For without him, words are hollow, prayers are powerless, and thought remains mute. Where Agni is the fire that transforms, and Indra the force that acts, Bṛhaspati is the intelligence behind all expression. He is the first teacher, the cosmic guru, who gave voice to silence and meaning to existence. Section 2. The Divine Introduction. Who is Bṛhaspati? In the Vedic tradition, Bṛhaspati is not only the guru of the Devas, he is the guardian of sacred speech, Vak, and the master of mantras. He represents that mysterious power which turns vibration into language and language into knowledge. He is invoked as Gananam TVA Ganapatim Havamahe. We invoke you, O Lord of divine speech, remover of obstacles and source of wisdom. Though often later equated with Jupiter, the planetary teacher, the original Bṛhaspati of Rigveda is a far more profound archetype, the personification of revelation itself. He is the one who breaks through mental darkness like thunder through clouds, reveals truths hidden within silence, guides not through power, but through pure consciousness and insight. In myth, he is the one who first organized language into metrical hymns, structured sound into sacred patterns, and enabled humans to touch the infinite through mantra. He is not just the deity of speech. He is the architect of cognition, the organizer of meaning, the sculptor of divine logic. When Bṛhaspati is awakened within us, our speech becomes pure, our thoughts become radiant, and our perception becomes aligned with the universe's intelligence. Section 3. The Symbolism Archetype, Mantra, Mind Mastery. The symbol of Bṛhaspati is rich with layers. He rides on a golden chariot drawn by radiant horses, symbolizing speed of thought and brilliance of mind. His staff or wand represents the guiding principle of Dharma and divine speech. His presence is marked by sound itself, from thunder to mantra, from the breath to the heartbeat. At a symbolic level, Bṛhaspati is the awakened inner voice, the wisdom that emerges when we go beyond surface chatter and tap into the soul's resonance. He is the teacher within, the intuition that guides us when logic fails. He represents the guru principle, the eternal guide within consciousness. The word, not just spoken speech, but the primordial vibration, the logos. The power of organization, transforming chaos into rhythm, randomness into knowledge. He is the hidden energy behind all structured intelligence, whether in Sanskrit grammar, musical scales, or the design of the cosmos. When this archetype is active, a person becomes wise, articulate, magnetic, and truthful. Their words heal. Their silence radiates presence. Their thoughts organize the world. Section 4. Scientific Integration, the Neuroscience of Sound, Mantra Intelligence. Let's now move from the mythic to the modern, where ancient Vedic wisdom meets cutting-edge science. Neuroscience shows us that sound is not just sensory, it's transformative. The auditory cortex not only processes sound, it activates memory, emotion, and focus. Mantras, when chanted rhythmically, activate the vagus nerve, balancing the parasympathetic nervous system and reducing stress. Studies have shown that repeating Sanskrit mantras like or Soham increases gamma wave activity, enhancing cognition, focus, and neuroplasticity. This is not just coincidence. The Vedas say, speech, vak, is divine. Mantra is medicine. Sound is intelligence. Let's take it deeper. Quantum physics reveals that particles behave like waves. Everything is vibration. Bṛhaspati, then, becomes the master of this vibrational field, the one who decodes the cosmic waves into intelligible patterns. Even in epigenetics, the role of vibrational input, like mantras or music, is now being studied for its ability to influence gene expression. That's not spiritual poetry. That's hard science catching up with Vedic truth. Bṛhaspati is the ancient name for the field of intelligence that science is just beginning to rediscover. A field where language heals, where sound structures biology, and where conscious speech can alter reality. Section 5. Psychological metaphysical meaning. Bṛhaspati within you. Beyond mythology and science lies the inner experience of Bṛhaspati. In psychological terms, he represents the higher mind, above logic, closer to insight. The inner teacher, your conscience, your guiding light. The voice of truth, that gut feeling that you're aligned or misaligned. When disconnected from this force, we suffer. Mental noise without clarity. Speech that lacks impact. Learning without integration. But when awakened, you speak with conviction and elegance. You think with clarity and wisdom. You hear a deeper guidance in moments of stillness. In the Upanishads, this energy is described as Antaryaman, the inner knower. And in parapsychology, it resembles the higher self or superconscious mind. Bṛhaspati is that part of you that already knows, already understands, already teaches. He is the whisper in your dreams, the flash of insight before an exam, the calm voice during chaos. He is the metaphysical force of integration, uniting emotion, logic, and intuition into one coherent intelligence. Section 6. Relevance in daily life education. Why students must know this. Why should a student in the 21st century care about Bṛhaspati? Because in a world drowning in information, what we lack is wisdom. And that's exactly what this force represents. Exams? He enhances clarity, memory, and expression. Interviews? He helps you articulate with calm power. Relationships? He refines your speech into healing words. Careers? He makes you a natural communicator, leader, and thinker. In the classroom, invoking this energy through mindful speech, sacred sounds, and focused listening can completely shift your brain chemistry. Teachers, too, embody this force. The true guru is not the one who informs, but the one who transforms. That's the energy of Bṛhaspati. Simple practices like chanting Om Bṛhaspataya Namaha before study, sitting in silence and listening to your inner voice, speaking truthfully and responsibly, honoring the power of language, can invoke this divine teacher within you. Because ultimately, the goal of education is not marks. It is insight, expression, and self-mastery. And Bṛhaspati is the bridge. Section 7. Future Connections, Inner Technologies. AI, Sound, and Consciousness. As humanity enters the age of AI and quantum intelligence, Bṛhaspati becomes more relevant than ever. AI is pattern recognition, something Bṛhaspati symbolizes. Voice interfaces and sound healing are now global trends. Brain-computer interfaces are beginning to translate thought into speech. This convergence of mantra, mind, and machine is not accidental. In fact, Sanskrit mantras are being studied for their perfect linguistic symmetry, making them ideal for AI language models and vibrational healing alike. Bṛhaspati becomes the force that helps us evolve responsibly. To ensure technology doesn't overtake wisdom, speed doesn't replace substance, and data doesn't destroy depth. He is also the guardian of future consciousness, the Vedic reminder that the next leap of evolution will come not from outer tech, but inner tuning. Breath, sound, intention, silence, and speech, these are the true technologies of the future. And Bṛhaspati is their master engineer. Section 8. Closing reflection. Awakening the guru within. In a noisy world where everyone is speaking but few are listening, where truth is drowned by trends, where silence is feared and speech is misused, we need the energy of Bṛhaspati more than ever. He is not a figure from the past. He is a living presence in your nervous system, your intuition, your tongue, your breath. Every time you pause before speaking, every time you seek understanding before judgment, every time your words uplift instead of wound, he awakens. So as you move forward, ask yourself not, what should I say? But what is the truth my soul is ready to speak? And when that voice arises, clear, calm, aligned, know that it is Bṛhaspati speaking through you. Bṛhaspati, the architect of cosmic intelligence and future evolution, Professor Diaries. In a universe made of vibration, where every atom sings a frequency, there exists a force that translates chaos into clarity, sound into structure, and knowledge into wisdom. That force is Bṛhaspati, the divine architect of conscious communication, the guardian of language, logic, and learning, the ancient key to a future built on AI, quantum logic, and human insight. Today, we explore how Bṛhaspati is not just a mythological guru, but a living presence within you, and a prophecy of what we're becoming. Section 1. The cosmic role of Bṛhaspati. In the Rig Veda, Bṛhaspati is the guru of the gods, the master of mantra, the voice of the cosmos, the one who shatters darkness with speech. He is called Vṛhaspati, Lord of Speech, Gurvananam Dimahi, the one who inspires divine intellect. But let's go beyond the poetry. In quantum physics, everything is vibration. Every particle, every field, every dimension, it's all oscillating energy. And what does Bṛhaspati control? Speech, sound, structure, syntax, the very tools that translate vibration into reality. He is the cosmic compiler. Just like a computer converts code into actions, Bṛhaspati converts sound into meaning, meaning into understanding, and understanding into wisdom. Section 2. Modern science aligns sound, genes, thought. You might think, that sounds mystical, but science is catching up. In epigenetics, researchers now study how vibrational input like mantras or music can alter gene expression. Cells respond to sound. DNA unwinds differently in different sonic environments. Neurons fire in rhythm to spoken words. This is not spiritual imagination. This is hard, peer-reviewed science. When you chant Om Bṛhaspataya Namaha, you're not praying to a statue. You're tuning your biology to the frequency of structured thought. He is not just in the temple. He is in the tongue, the neuron, the DNA, the language model. Section 3. Bṛhaspati within you, psychological insight. Psychologically, Bṛhaspati represents the voice of truth, that gut feeling when something feels right. When this force is asleep, we suffer. Mental noise without clarity, speech that lacks substance, learning without integration. But when awakened, you speak with power and poise. You think clearly and creatively. You listen deeply, even in silence. In the Upanishads, this is the Antariyamin, the inner knower. In parapsychology, it's the superconscious mind. He is the part of you that already knows, already understands, already teaches. Every time you pause before speaking, every time your words align with inner truth, Bṛhaspati awakens. Section 4. The future. AI, quantum tech voice interfaces. Now, let's look ahead. In the age of artificial intelligence and quantum computing, Bṛhaspati becomes more relevant than ever. Why? Because AI is pattern recognition, and Bṛhaspati is the force that recognizes, categorizes, and communicates patterns. Quantum computers don't compute like classical machines. They use superposition and entanglement to hold multiple possibilities. Sounds like the Vedic concept of layered realities, right? Here's where it gets wild. Voice-based AI is replacing keyboards. Neural interfaces are translating thoughts into speech. Mantras are being studied for their linguistic symmetry, ideal for training natural language AIs. And vibrational healing is merging with digital neurotech. What the Vedas encoded as sound rituals, The future is decoding as bioalgorithms. Bṛhaspati, then, is the ancient symbol of a post-linguistic intelligence, where your thoughts, tone, and silence become tools of transformation. Section 5. Education, Students, Bṛhaspati's practical role. Why does this matter to a student today? Because in a world of information overload, echo chambers, surface-level learning, we're losing clarity, depth, and wisdom. And that's exactly what Bṛhaspati restores. He refines your speech so you can express without confusion your thinking, so you can integrate and remember. Your listening, so you can discern truth from noise in practical terms. Before studying, chant Om Bṛhaspataya Namaha. After reading, speak out loud what you've understood. Reflect in silence to allow integration. Because the goal of education is not marks. It's mastery of thought, expression, and self. Section 6. Bṛhaspati as a future force of responsibility. As we evolve technologically, we risk speed overtaking substance, noise replacing nuance, data overwhelming discernment. Bṛhaspati is the Vedic firewall, protecting us from becoming empty-speaking machines.